Hello, guys. Welcome to Affirmations again. Today, we are still going to be using the self therapy cards. Okay, again, I normally get clients to use this after they've reached their counseling goals. And so, this is another way to kind of get introduced to counseling if that's something that you've been thinking about but don't quite know what to expect. Okay. We're going to start like we always start with our saying. Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Are you feeding yourself fresh or rotten fruit today? We always want to be mindful of what we say and what we think, okay? Also, too, I was able to change my YouTube name to at Affirmations 31. So I don't have to have that long handle anymore. So again, those of you who are not watching this on YouTube, you will be able to find me at Affirmations 31. Okay. And with that, let's get started. Again, what we see is that I have the stones again on the different cards, and I am going to place the stones in the bag to see which one we're going to focus on today. Okay. I hope everyone is having a good day. Okay. It rained a little bit today. It's nothing like a nice, beautiful, calm rain, right? To replenish the earth and just to kind of maybe drink some tea and kind of look at it, look at the rain. It's very relaxing. That's an excellent way to meditate. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we're going to get today. Let's see. What are we getting today? Let's shift it around really good. Okay, I kind of got the burgundy stone, okay? All right, so that means that we're going to focus on the one called relationships, okay? That's what we got today. So I'm going to pick these up, move these to the side, okay? All right, and also, too, I'm going to burn a little bit of Palo Santo. I realized I was like, I'm trying to give you all ambiance. I say it's not working, but I'm learning how to get it to light up. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm just going to place it right there. Okay, I don't want to knock it over again. I have too much fun and start knocking stuff over, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we are going to get today. Okay, it's talking about relationships. Let's see what they got us talking about today. Okay, wishing everyone mental, spiritual, and emotional health. Okay. It's important that we take care of ourselves and check in with ourselves every day. Okay. Let's see what we're getting. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is just split it down the middle, and I'm going to take the first two. I'm going to take that one and that one. Okay. Move these to the side. Okay. So this one is saying, let's see how we got this one. Should I have a child, another child? Why or why not? When would be the ideal time? Am I a good parent? What makes a good parent? Wow, this is important. Interesting question. I think about the high rate of single people today and how it's said that, and it's true, it's difficult finding a life partner. We live in a time now where there appear to be more situationships, as they say. And sometimes a person that's looking for a committed relationship or marriage or monogamy, it seems to be few and far between. Okay. And so really what's at the forefront is a lot of times people are going to check in with their moral compass and what you're kind of been raised to believe. In order to have a child, do I have to be married? Okay. And am I allowed to have a child if I'm never married? Okay. And so it's very interesting. I always refer back to the Bible with a lot of things. When you read the Old Testament and looked at how perfect the law was, the Most High is perfect in all his ways. There were scriptures about how if there was a topic, within the land with the Hebrews, where he was saying, okay, I don't want you to make whores of the daughters of Zion. And there was such a rampant rate of, men approaching women and basically turning them into kind of concubines. He says, this is what you're going to do. You will, anyone that you have sex with or have a child by, that is your wife. So the concept of multiple wives came on the scene, not because the Most High wanted it, but because even in something that's not perfect, the Most High requires order. And one of the things I want to challenge us with today is, even if we are not living a perfect life or we know that we're doing wrong, we want to be as moral in that situation as we can. I know that's a strange concept, but even if you are doing wrong, you can admit that, okay, I'm doing wrong in this area, and these are going to be my limits. I won't cross these lines, okay, until you can do better, okay? So back to this topic. And so biblically, the way it was looked at is that if someone lays with a female and has a child, according to the law, that is a man that has decided that this is one of his women. And so men were required to be held to a higher standard, to where they were responsible at that point. So as women, a lot of times that's a decision a lot of women have to kind of think about, should you have a child? And then, who are you having a child with? A lot of times some people will be like, oh, I'm going to have a child with this person. But it's interesting. You could date a person and they're one way, but then as a parent, they're another way. Then you can have someone that's not a great partner, but then they're a great parent. So it's kind of interesting. You have to know, why or why not are you having a child or not? Okay. And if you are going to, when is the ideal time? Okay. Then asking the questions, are you a good parent? Here's another thing. A lot of times in counseling, what I've found is a lot of times when, I'm asking people about their parents, and when I find people where I ask them the question, well, okay, what did you like about, how you were parented, and what did you not like? When I find people that are not able to share any negatives or things that they saw that could be better, those are people that I found a lot of times that have suffered probably more abuse, and they're very protective. Now, I do respect them in that I like that they are wanting to make sure that they don't share or paint their family in a bad light. But it also is important to understand that you must be able to look at how you were raised and picked out the negatives and the positives. You want to pick out the negatives so you don't repeat them, okay? What makes a good parent? You need to be thinking about that, okay? That's something to think about. We got a lot out of that one, guys. Okay, let's see what this next one is. It's saying, am I a giving person? Should I be more giving? How can I be more giving? What can I give and to whom? This is another good question. Are you a giving person? So where I'm going to start off with this one is this. One of the things you want to look at is some people are what I call natural givers, okay? If you're a natural giver, sometimes you will run across users, okay? Am I a giving person, okay? Also, too, sometimes we can trick ourselves into thinking that we're a giving person, but some people give with expectation. Be ye a cheerful giver. When you're giving with the agenda of getting something back, that is called manipulation. Okay. Um, but also, too, the other side of that, because it's kind of tricky, is that there's a concept that if you give, you receive. So that's a principle, too. So it has to be a balance. But it's nothing wrong with giving. But I do think it's important to be clear about, I'm giving you this, but, are we able to negotiate this, Or if you give, you have to be okay with not receiving, understanding that I gave, but I didn't communicate that I expected something back. Okay. Should I be more giving? Some people are takers. So those of you who tend to take, I know it's going to be hard. It's so challenging. We're not judging, but we want to challenge ourselves to try to give more. So if someone is giving to you, find something that you can do for them back. Okay. How can I be more giving? Okay. That's something each of us have to figure out. What can I give and to whom? That's a person who's looking to give without expecting anything back, okay? So we want to challenge ourselves with that. Wow, we got a lot out of that, okay? Let's see. We're going to end it with picking an affirmation for us to kind of end with. Okay, they want it to fall apart. Let's see if we can get something to pop out, guys. Okay? Let's see if we can get something to pop out. Okay. I'm enjoying this cloudy day. I love a gentle rainy day. It's a real mood. I really do like it. It's an excellent time to kind of just sit and look out the window and watch the raindrops. Okay. Okay. We got our one. Let's see what it says. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can, right? That's a true statement. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. If we can't imagine something for ourselves, it's interesting how that feeds right into, positive affirmations and, our statement about death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. In order to succeed, we must first believe that we can. So what we think, not only what we speak, because our thinking is our self-talking. So we're still talking to ourselves. We actually have to believe that. And so, sometimes we have to, however you do it, pray, to ask for encouragement to start believing or to have hope. And sometimes, again, we also want to keep in mind that sometimes we are not receiving the things that we're speaking into our lives, even if it's positive, sometimes for protection because we think we need it. But if you're a spiritual person on a spiritual plane, the decision may have been no. And being able to accept that and not be angry at it and ask for, well, what is it that I need to receive? Okay. So with that, guys, I appreciate you all coming back, and please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.